I need dots. This tape is ass. There we go. Stripping the board. Of course it's full of metal shavings. Need more surfaces. Oh, let's get this eraser crumbs and dead skin. Let's be honest. Lots of dead skin too. Sorry for the plane noise. Yeah, I live next to a small plane airport, so these psychos are flying their little lawnmowers all over the sky all day. Hate airplanes. Where are you even going? They're never up to anything good. Okay, let's get this paper tape down. Plane noise is almost gone. Yeah, I used to travel by plane, you know. One thing I realized is I've never encountered a single person while I was traveling that had a good Christian reason for why they were going. A lot of people lying and stuff. Kind of goes for being out at night too, right? You don't meet anyone out at night that's out there for a good Christian reason. They're out to try to find some rock music or some pussy. Okay, what do we got here? We're doing a drawing for PBR roofing. We're going to show off this roof anchor method. Let's get a perspective. I'm going to freeball this. Am I in frame? Let's see. Okay, frame is right there. Let me mark that. Shit. Why don't I just move the camera? Hold on. That way I get all my paper. There we go. Okay. So I'm in frame. Let's run our perspective this way. I need to get some wipes and clean this thing, but we'll go for this. There's another lawnmower in the sky. It's buzzing around. Oh. Hate. I wish you could shoot them out of the air. That's what peasants did with the first hot air balloon. Well, they didn't shoot it out of the air, but they destroyed it when it landed. Great story about that on Well, There's Your Problem. Okay. Let's get our ground line. I'd love to have one of those roller squares. It's an old drafting tool. It's like a heavy roller with rollers, and it holds itself on the page, so you don't have to line up your straight edge each time. Okay, let's go plumb. Clear print is nice though. It certainly works. We in frame on this side? Yep, I'm in frame all the way to the edge there. Okay, and all the way over here too. Cool. Where did I stop on the top edge? Right there. I can't see what the camera sees when I'm sitting down. So. All right, we got a form now. Let's just pick a height. There we go. Is it big enough? That's what. I make a roof. Ay. I need to switch chairs. I'm sitting too low in this dumbass lawn chair. Coming to you live from the shed. Okay, we got enough scale here. That's like 3 or 4 pans. Okay. So we're showing how to set a standing seam anchor in a field of roof to work on the ridge. So the problem is, once you get the panels on, if it's a steep roof, well, steeper than this even, you can't stand on the surface to finish the work on the ridge. There's a lot of tricks, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but when you're using a natural standing seam, let's get a profile section of our standing seam to scale here. So finished, you got your rolled seam like so, and then another one here. We're going in 5 blocks still. Oh yeah, that's a good scale. It's like a little over half scale. Okay, so you got your standing seams, and then let's make a couple pans on the roof here. Oh, great lesson. We want to subdivide this diagonal line equally by 4. I don't feel like doing any math. Like that sounds like boring to me. I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to build a scale. And the way I would do that, off of this is the length that I need to subdivide, right? So I want to find a multiple of 4. 2 inches will work. Okay, so I'm going to project this line out. Oh, here, let's do it on the inside. Yeah, what the hell? I'm going to put 8 inches in between these two lines here. I'm gonna mark one. I'm using the ruler as my scale. So I just equally divided this 8-inch diagonal line here, right, by 4 places by marking the 2's. Now I just project these down parallel, and wherever they cut this. Oh, look at those eraser crumbs. Bad practice. You should know better. Okay, so we're gonna clock this in parallel. Oh no. Dos. Can I make it? Yeah, I made it. Nice. Okay. And, oh yeah, I could have just done the whole line now. Now I have to set my square again. And we're on. Almost. We're on. Ah! Need a heavier straight edge. Okay. There's pan. Ah! Here, let's just run them. I'll come back and chase it in. Yes. Hit the mark. Not bad. Not bad for a noob. Okay. Are we the same? No, we're like quarter scale. So these would be about that tall in our drawing. If we're doing a real representation here. Okay, let's draw in some seams. Okay, let's set up this parallel so I don't have to keep... Oh, I don't have a triangle big enough, do I? There we go. Alright. Lock her in. Lock her? I barely know her. Good Lord, I need to quit drinking. Left-handed even. And this is hung over with half my culture tied behind my back. Just for the lulz. Ah! Oh my gosh, I tapered that one. Damn it, I'm gonna have to tear the whole thing off now and start over. Shit. Let's erase that first so it doesn't get so messy. Now I see why the architects have the slanted board, because it really bugs your posture to lean forward like this. I'm gonna end up looking like a damn hunchback doing all this sitting. I guess if you actually go build the stuff after you draw it, it evens it out, huh? Ah! Okay, hold the line. Hold the line, damn it. Much better. Look at you. You drew a line. Alright, 5. So, do we want to ink these in? Do we want to demonstrate? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll do the whole board and everything. We'll use seam, 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 seam. So I need to draw this one in as well. Walk it, walk it, walk it. Ah, I just felt that twist ever so slightly. Then let's just do it left-handed, since I'm locking the square with my right hand in this. I should have drawn the perspective the other way, I think, is what I'm realizing. Is I should think about the ergonomics of the drawing process when I'm deciding how to rotate the drawing. I haven't really gotten that far yet. Oh God, my brain hurts. Put on some chatter. The dog's out now. Hear him? This guy sucks shit. He reminds me of the two idiot, it's two of them. They remind me of the two idiot sons from Rushmore, except the dog versions. They just sit out there and bark at each other. It's wild. Rug, rug. Just crying his fluffy little head off over there. Okay, so we got some glass panels, glassy, hard to stand on, right? You want to be able to stand up here and work on the daggone thing. So we're going to build anchors, and we are using what's called an S5 clamp. It's a little doohickey. I'm not going to draw this right. I have to look. I'm really bad with mechanical stuff. I have to look at it on profile, and I don't have the computer open, so we're gonna remember that basically all it is a little, it's a block, it's a little fitting with a set screw that engages. It's got like it's got a tang here to keep it from lifting, and then I think the set screw is on this side. I can't remember. It's got something like this in the crossing section, a tang on this side and a set screw and block so that it clamps on the seam. They come with like a hex key. I think it looks like bike parts type stuff. But that thread can be matched, and it can be replaced with a wing nut. right? And then there's enough material here to drill and to set cable wire, like a bridle. So you want I don't know, like a 20 gauge, I don't know wire gauges, you gotta look that up, but you get a wire, good for your load, crimping tool. These are all really, you can get this stuff at like Lowe's. It's not even specialty hardware. The S5 clamps come from S5. You could probably can't beat them on making that. They're really good at it. Put your crimp, make sure your gauge and crimping is up to their standards, and you have an anchor point now. One anchor, so you're going to place, when you're building your anchor, you're going to place one right here. There's your wire loop. You're going to place one right here. There's its wire loop. Okay, now you're going to take your sling, just a regular webbing, probably a 2-foot sling. That I like to use like a 2-foot sling. Run it through, clip it to itself, or use the carabiner end then you have your roof bracket, slate roof bracket with a D-ring. Okay, let's get our perspective together for the bracket. That is level right there. Oh, yeah, it's also this. Okay, so the bracket's gonna start right there. Come out 12 inches. What's our scale? About like that. Yep. The handy dandy Slater's bracket. It is a lovely tool, truly. Nothing else like it. Ah, wrong way. Oh yeah. Let's just register this in now. Silly. You'll never get it like that. There we go. Something like that. Bottom, about right there. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that's about right. And then it's got a little metal frame. I don't remember which way this goes. I think it goes out. It's got some greebling in here for the tangs. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let's do it again down here. Register it in. Okay. mucho better. So, if you're wondering, well, how do you keep it from marking up the metal? Go get some rigid foam. 1 inch is fine. Attach it to the bottom of the bracket, or cut some rigid foam to be exactly the width of your pan. You can just cut a piece of rigid foam. That'll be exactly the width of the pan, and it'll stick in there, so you would have your foam mat right here. Let's draw that in. Wouldn't be able to see that side. Foam mat under your bracket, right where you're sitting, and that way you don't mar the pan. Simple as. Why didn't I just project that over? Why was the compass easier? That was stupid. Yeah, I could have just lined it up like that. It's get retarded in here. Song fucking goes. Something like that. Oh, let's do the tongue. Don't forget the tongue. Yeah. That's not even centered. My God. You. I'll take it. Okay, it looks something like this. It's got the little hook doodads up here. It's got the modified D-ring on it. Something like that. Okay, now let's draw in our matching clamp. So to build each anchor, you need 2 clamps and a sling set right above where your bracket is. Clamp, clamp. And you can see now why you would switch this to thumb screws, because you know it's an anchor. Like you want it, you want to be able to see that screw is moved. Like you can use it as a checksum to ensure that the anchor is locked. And then that's why you have 2, because then it's redundant. So if any one were to fail on any side, you still have another to take the shock load before the whole board gives away. As for being tied in, I'll leave that to you to decide between your God and your safety inspector. I am comfortable depending on the situation, whether I'll stand on boards like this without also being tethered. It really just depends. Safety first, always. All right, let's draw in a nice plank for our fellow to stand on here. Nice big OSHA plank. 2x12. 2x12. 2x4. If you haven't watched Larry Hahn frame a house, I recommend doing that. Oh my gosh, this drunk roofer didn't even install the brackets level. Look at it. He got that one like a whole half-inch lower than this one. The platform's going to be all shugly. Ugh. Swear to God with these roofers. Look at this thing. You couldn't even look at it and see. It's like a whole click lower. A whole click lower on this side. Is it this one? It's that one. And we're home. Any more lines? Any more lines? Do we want to draw a little guy in there? Ugh, I hate drawing little guys. I'm not really good at drawing little guys, but let's do it. Alright, so he's standing in the middle. Foot. Oh, let's get a height. Okay, so this actually, yeah, that's guy height. 4 pans, 17, 34, 68. What's 68 by 12? Oh my God. $5 something. Well, this guy's 5 something. Okay. I don't know. They usually lie about how tall they are, but let's just say he's 5 something. Is he squatting? We're gonna make him kneeling forward. Here, let's get a. Has he got? What's his legs like? About like that. Legs about that long. Oh man. Okay, so if he leans forward from there, he can almost get it in. He can really hump that ridge. That's pretty good tool height. Okay, so we want a knee, right? Knee in. And then up. Let me think about it. And then I would have this leg straight. That doesn't look right. Oh my God. This guy's got shugly legs. He's probably drunk. I think that's definitely the problem. Knee into the roof. Oh, it just needs to be wider. Okay, yeah, because I'm drawing like a bigger scale. Something like that. Knee into the roof. Shoulder. Yeah, that'd be the same. Shoulders about right here. One arm straight down. Other arm. God, that looks so bad. I don't know. It looks so stupid. Something like that. The perspective's all off. This is like a medieval painting. There we go. There's our little guy. He can reach. Let's draw him in first. Should we give him a dump truck? Let's give him an ass. Yeah. Like that pair of Jordans with ass crack. Oh my God, what happened to your leg, Bubba? Let's give him a pair of tongs. Okay, guy achieved. Let's erase all that chicken. Well, no, let's go ahead and ink the rest, and then we'll erase the chicken scratch. Are we in frame? Yes, we are in frame. This is like my constant panic when I'm filming one of these. Asking, are we in frame? Now, let's set up our ergonomics so I can strike this off without a bunch of fuss. Boom, there we go. Now I'm ready to do some anking. Oh, I gotta lean all the way in to see this. I'm going to leave those out. Get a little bit of definition here. That looks pretty good. Okay. Next is this one. The board runs in front of the pans, in front of that, all the way to the edge. Ah, it just moved. There we go. Okay, now we can line these up. Ah, can't get that far down, but I can do that. Okay. Ah. Let's fucking freehand this. These pins are ass. I just drew through the anchor. Damn it. Gotta tear it off now. Start over. Good thing it's not a tattoo, huh? I'll fix it with distortion. How about that? I could color them in. I drew through the board too. Oh my god. Who hired this fool? Thinking about femboys. At least we managed to avoid screwing up on that one. More planes. Congratulations, you drew a little roof. Why am I starting on that side? It's gonna smear. Silly goose. Yeah, let's use the square for that. And then we want the sling drawn on, yeah, okay. So we want the carabiner first. Right. Draw your knots. Here's the base of the D-ring. Yep. There it is. Yeah, it's a little messy, but not too bad. Okay, carabiner, and then sling straight through it, both strands. So we want strand 1, strand 2, like so, and then those can just die into a sort of sea of floppy lines. And there's the little locker on the carabiner. Strand, strand. It crosses on top of the wire loop here. And then the wire. Boom. think we've translated that pretty well. Okay, wire loop on top of back in. Ah, I drew the whole loop. Dang it. Well, you can use your imagination. Let's see if we can get it on the next one. Of course, I'm drawing the wires unloaded to show, just for clarity, you know, to demonstrate the rigging. Not bad. I give it a D minus. You're no Jan Atkins, that's for sure. Is that it? That's it. Yeah. Okay, let's do the top first. So we want to copy our process here. We're going to draw D-ring from this side. Stop. Stop. Going to draw our carabiner knot. Stop. Stop. And then we'll do our lace. Through. Over. Through. Right? Okay, wire loop. Let's get it right on this side. From there, it's gonna stop, and the lace goes through. And then cross it back into the block. Same thing over here. Out of the block, around, lace interrupts. Okay. Oh, and then the giving the ridge the Neerbecker treatment. No detail on the ridge. You can use your imagination for that. Oh my gosh, look, the tongues are different. Yeah, we're gonna have to tear it all down, start over. Let's ink this in. But then we need to look at the S5 drawings to get the actual profile of this piece, because I don't know. I can't visualize mechanical things like that unless I've drawn them. Once I draw it, I'll have it committed to memory. But all right, that's the whole thing. Let's erase and move the board. Oh, I forgot. I'm missing a whole bunch of that little guy. Is that it? I think that's going to be it.